Hi, I'm Ryan, and I'm here today with a mom named Lauren and a soon to be mom named Kim. Lauren has a 5-year-old son, and Kim is 7 months pregnant. Now we are going to ask some questions about Lauren's child maturing so Kimberly will be able to have an idea of what to expect. At what age did your son raise his head?
Well, I think it was when I was standing in the kitchen and I hit my arm on the cabinet and I screamed, ouch. And all of a sudden I looked at Tommy and he raised his head and looked at me. I'm guessing he was around like 10 weeks old, I think it was, when it happened.
Oh, really? I thought it was much later than that.
The normal the normal child usually raises their head around 2 months. When did your child first roll over?
My son, one day, what was this? He was playing with one of his toys on his back. And when I walked away from him, he rolled over to look at me. And that was about, I think, 14 weeks.
He must be a mama's boy.
He is.
When did he finally sit up straight with you supporting him?
Um, Probably about 4 months old. He could finally sit with support. This was actually really relieving because I learned actually that I had some free hands and I could actually do other stuff around the house.
When did he finally sit up without support?
He sat up without support around, I think, like 5 months old on the kitchen counter.
Your son did it sooner than the average age, which is about 5.5 months. When did your son first crawl?
He first crawled when he was on the floor and I put snacks down on the table on the other side of the room. I turned my back and for a second he was crawling toward them and he did this, I think it was like 11 months of age.
Was he a lot more trouble to take care of after he started crawling?
Not as much as you think he was, but for the most part it wasn't much worse.
That's a little later than average for most babies. The average age is around 10 months. When did your son first take his first steps?
Well, my son Tommy took his first steps when we were at my mom's house. We all wanted him and we all tried to get him to walk, and he didn't want to. But when we sat down for dinner, I turned around to check on him and saw him walking toward me. I was so proud. He was around 1 year old or about 1 year and 2 months between then, and then that's when that took place.
That's right around the average age of child these days.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sitting down and having this conversation with us,
No
and
problem.
hopefully it'll help Kimberly with her insight into the road ahead of motherhood.
Did it help?
Yeah, it helped. It helped. It definitely
Good.
gives me something to look at.
Any questions you have, you can call.
Yeah, I'll call.
Okay.
Hello, I'm here with Mia, and we are going to interview her to learn about the language development of children. First, we would like to start off by asking her what her daughter's first words were.
Thank you for having me. I remember my daughter's first words actually were Baba. She was around probably a year old at the time, and I'd always ask her, "Do you want your Baba? Do you want this? Do you want that?" But always Baba stuck for some reason, and she would laugh and stick her arms out. She would like go like this, like she wanted her Baba. And eventually, she saw me carrying her bottle one time, and before I even had the chance to ask her if she wanted her Baba, she just said Baba.
That's very interesting. According to studies, she was right about where a child should be on a timeline about saying first words. Your daughter is also one of many babies whose first words were Baba. Next, we would like to know when your baby started speaking in paired words.
She began things such as "Mommy, go" and stuff like that around probably 2 years old. We would encourage her to say things, so we would ask her the name of certain objects. By asking her what they are, and most of the time she wouldn't know, she would just ask the name and she would say, "What's that?"
Oh, like a soccer ball or something.
Yeah, so if I showed her my watch, she'd go, "What's that?"
Oh, okay. When did your child begin talking with grammatical structure?
Probably around 4. She started talking with grammar around 4, I think it was, and every time I grabbed my keys, this was actually funny. Every time I would grab my key, she'd go, "Can I go?"
That's funny. Did you ever tell her no, she can't?
No, I wasn't that mean.
What exactly when did she start exactly saying full sentences?
It was probably like 5 or 5.5, maybe. She actually started talking to me in full sentences, and she would tell me things that she saw that day. And like, example would be, I saw a ball at the field, and other cute sentences to explain her day because she was now in kindergarten and I wasn't with her all the time.
Oh, well, that's cute. Well, hopefully for all the moms out there that would worry about their child not talking soon enough or not talking right will be comforted to hear you and your experience with your daughter. I wish you guys the best. Thank you for being here on the show.
No problem.
Have a nice day.
Peekaboo! Peekaboo, I see you. I see you. See you.
This video just played is an example of object permanence. Object permanence is a child's realization that an object exists even when he or she cannot see or touch it. This video just shown tells us the little kid thinks his parents don't know he's behind the couch. Also, representational thought is also a cognitive development. This is the intellectual ability of a child to picture something in his or her mind.
Schema is a conceptual framework a person uses to make sense of the world. The process of assimilation is fitting objects and experiences into one schema. Also, the process of accommodation adjusts one schema to include newly observed events and experiences. Growing up, we use schema to understand why things are the way they are in the world.
Hello. Conservation is the principle that a given quantity does not change, even when its appearance is changed.
We share these crackers evenly? What? Do both of us have the same amount? No.
You have two, I have one.
Okay, what about like this? Do you have the same now? Yeah?
Egocentric is a young child's inability to understand another person's perspective. So if a little boy was asked how many brothers his sister had, he would say none because he doesn't realize that he is his sister's brother.
Hey, Mom, can I go to Joey's?
No,
Why not, Mom?
because I said so.
Hey Mom, can I go to play hockey?
I don't know, it depends. Who's going?
Aaron, Joey, and Zach, and all my friends.
Alright, I guess so. Just make sure you're home by dark, alright?
Yes. Hey, yo, Ma, can I go skydiving?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Alright, cool.
Identification is the way a child adapts to values and principles of the same sex of a parent.
Role-taking is children's play that involves assuming adult roles and which enables the child to experience different points of view.
Socialization is the way an individual learns the rules and behavior of a culture they were born into and will live in.